to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Leo, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, Leo, I just did the Cancer reading and everything was okay. And then once I was like, okay, let's do Leo reading. It was almost a sense of anger or anxiety. We'll see what the reading says. You have the Tower. So that's the overall energy. So the Tower could be that shit hit the fan. Could be that something happens out of nowhere. And I did, you know, sense anger. So for some of you who are resonating with that bit, or maybe you will resonate in the month of May, she's over here. Look at Alice. She has had enough. She is flipping the table. She does not care. Everything is all over the place. This queen over here is like, what is happening? Oh my goodness. I can't believe that Alice is acting that way. Alice, you're such a good girl. I was not expecting that from you. So Leo, for some of you, you're going to show someone or the world how a Leo roars. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union, as well as girl with a snake. Fantastic. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable and boundaries. Maybe you're setting up boundaries. I don't know. Let's see. Currently, oh, you have the Five of Swords. When I saw this card, this is exactly what I saw. This Five of Swords. Just when you think. Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is, it's a card of mind games, of not being able to trust. It's a card of feeling completely defeated because somebody is just not waving the white flag. For some of you, you feel like you have to be the bad guy in a situation. You have the Knight of Pentacles as the challenge. So the challenge could be that something is moving slowly or something is just not moving in a way that's going to bear any kind of fruit, so to speak. You have the Empress in the foundation. I don't know. The Empress to me is almost looking like a sense of self-worth, but we'll see. This could have to do with a feminine energy, or you're the feminine energy. You have the Page of Wands in the past, which is communication. On your mind, you have the Six of Swords. That's getting away from this Five of Swords. Your outcome, Temperance. All right, peace at last. So the Temperance is about healing. It's about being patient. Let's see. What is this Tower? What is this Tower? Oh, goodness. It's too many. Four of Swords just flipped out. Maybe something is being shaken up. Maybe you feel like somebody was just too comfortable. And I can't keep... Okay, so the image that I keep getting in my head is of a lion, right? Obviously, because Leo. But it's like the lion has been very patient. And it's like, you know, I'm not gonna... How do I explain this? It's like you've already shown a side of you that has had enough with certain things. But I don't think certain people realize that they haven't really fully seen the lion roar the way that it shakes the jungle. The way that it tells all of the animal kingdom that the lion is here, I am king. Three of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The Emperor. I'd like to say that what you're working on is, like I said, the confidence is here with this Empress, but the Emperor is here as a leader, as an authority figure. For some of you, there's an issue with a masculine energy. Could be a father figure, a spouse, a boss. For some of you, it's just a struggle between my way or the highway, whether it's with yourself or with another person. I feel like you're standing your ground with something. But something is shaken up here. Why is the Five of Swords here? Judgment, Sun, Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups. Well, you're showing up here with the Sun card. I feel like you feel played. For some of you, you gave something another chance with this Judgment card. Kind of like, oh, I'm going to take on this burden again. I'm going to put in the effort that I need to put in. For some of you, you realize that something was a burden because there's no fixing stupid, as they say. Because I keep looking at this Five of Swords, and it's screaming to me, these individuals have already put down their swords, and this itch is still walking away. Kind of like, how about you put down the sword and then you're like, oh, my opponent has put down their swords. Maybe I should too. Maybe here is the time where we can have some sort of resolve. Now that all of the energies of aggressiveness, I guess, has been expressed, now we have room for, I don't know, maybe a better conversation, or to actually talk about whatever pain this is and to work on that like mature individuals. Why is the Knight of Pentacles the challenge? Because I feel like the Knight of Pentacles comes in as a reliable energy, as somebody who is, you know, willing to put in the time and effort to make something stable again. But it's the challenge. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and there's the Strength card. You again showing up in this reading. I am Leo, hear me roar. A lot is going on here, and I feel like you're taking your time with the situation because you're doing this for your own sanity, for your own sense of peace and well-being. And that right there is also strength. But I feel like this being the challenge is, there's a part of you that I feel like you're like, I've had enough of this already. Why is the Empress here? Two of Wands, Seven of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So the decision here, I just can't get away from the fact of self-worth is literally what's screaming in my mind. It's self-worth. Because you know exactly what you need to avoid to keep the peace for yourself, where you feel like you're gaining a sense of, I don't know why I wanted to say the word protection, but maybe it's like protecting yourself, protecting your sanity, like I said already before, getting the sense of stability and security. For some of you, you could be avoiding making a decision because you still feel comfortable in a situation. What is the Page of Wands? For some of you, you feel, in a sense, cheated by what you're giving and constantly giving. And what are you getting in return? Page of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so basically what I said here already, this providing energy, but feeling imprisoned and stuck, but still continuing to go. I feel like all of this has been expressed anyway already. For some of you, you feel like you're constantly having to put out more than what it is that you're receiving. What is the Six of Swords? Magician. That's making things happen. Seven of Pentacles, an investment. The Moon card. Lack of clarity or fear. But then Ace of Swords, there's the clarity. There is a fear of moving on from something or letting something go. You know how sometimes we hold on to resentment and it's difficult to let go of? For the most part of why it's difficult to let go of is because that sense of resentment in a way validates our suffering or validates what we're feeling, the hurt that we're feeling. That's why sometimes it's hard for people to just let go of something that hurt them. You know, that's saying, well, if you're just gonna keep being angry at a situation, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting the other person. It's because of that. Because I want to hold on to it because it says that my pain is painful. And and letting go of that might mean that it's not painful anymore. No, the thing is, when you come to the realization that the pain is real, but holding on to the anger or the resentment isn't really doing you a favor, isn't helping you to feel better. When you allow yourself to let go. I don't even want to say allow yourself, because who doesn't want to let go of feelings that don't feel good? It's just really coming to terms with, yeah, this affected me. And that's real. And it's valid that I feel the way that I feel. But holding on to that is not allowing me to experience something happier. It's kind of like, you know, when you're angry and somebody's like, oh, well, let go of the anger, or it's not that serious or whatever. You're like, yeah, I want to, but I don't know how to. The how to is kind of remembering what happiness feels like, what peace feels like, and being like, yeah, I want to feel that again. The thing is, you know what that feels like, so You can fake it till you make it. Okay, I'm going to feel at ease. But that pain is still like, no, I'm still here. And it's like, great. Yeah, I know you're still there, but I really do want peace. It's not really saying that you don't exist or you're not valid. Like, I know you're here, but I need to feel peace so that you could also feel better. The internal dialogue. Let's see what this temperance is. For some of you, you're moving away from things that just you've invested in, but are not really clear to you. So it's almost like if you are putting all of this effort into work and you're not seeing anything come out of it, not reaping any rewards or getting false promises, and you're like, I need to go in a different direction. So you do that. Because this right here is not giving me clarity. This right here I can see is not working. King of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. But you're not saying this in a way to be, sorry for the language, an asshole. You're saying this with clarity, and it's just coming out that way. It's coming out in a way that might seem aggressive, because when the lion roars, it seems scary, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the lion is going to attack you and eat you up. You have the Queen of Cups here, and that's why I'm saying that. Because you go from cards of clarity and speaking one's truth to a card of somebody who's open to receiving love. And I feel like that's a way that you're also healing yourself. Hey, baby. All right, we have a card that fell. I'm using the Hidden Truth Oracle. I also want to say, for some of you, you are dealing with an individual who might think that they're approaching an enemy, but your response and your reaction to them proves them wrong. It's like, yeah, you're coming here to fight with me, but there's nobody to fight with. There's a sense of reacting differently, approaching a situation differently. I know that I crossed the line with you. I knew exactly what I was doing. We need to let each other go. I'm not available. Give me 1 second, Leo. A death card keeps showing up a lot. And I feel like the death card, the death card is this significant change that I feel like the month of May is trying to bring in. And what is the significant change? It's either things align with what I want aligned with my life, or they don't. Because what you're doing is going down the highway and you're like, I need to take that ramp to continue going. I need to take ramp 11 to continue going down the path that I want to go down. And you have a car, right, that's following you. So let's say it's whoever you're dealing with. And they're like, no, we need to keep going down the road. And you're like, no, I know we need to go down exit 11. And you're like, either you come with me or you don't. Because you could keep going down that route, but it's not going to be with me because I'm taking exit 11. Are you coming or are you not? And for you, I feel like this has been an ongoing thing. And at this point, you're taking exit 11. And whether they want to keep following you or not, that's on them. And the crazy thing is that you're both trying to get to the same destination. It sucks, Leo, because I'm seeing here with these other cards, that energetically, like I said, you both want to reach the same destination. And it just sucks when you're trying to work with someone and you either can't see eye to eye or agree to disagree or make something work. Anything else for Leo? The Wheel of Fortune just fell along with the Six of Pentacles. Oh, and more cards. The Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the World card. Well, somebody doesn't want to let this finish. Somebody doesn't want to let this go. But it's almost seeming like the runner and the chaser here. Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I literally pulled out cards and it's the same thing over and over because it seems like this runner chaser dynamic. And it's like, okay, well, now that I finally have you, now instead of them how do I explain it? Let me give the car situation. It's like you stop at a pit stop and you're like, okay, well, here's the plan. We're going to get off at exit 11. And they're like, okay, great. I'm on the same page. And then you're driving. And then all of a sudden, you're like, well, where are they? Or why aren't they picking up the speed? Or why do they just switch lanes? It's like, where's the plan? Aren't we going with the plan? Anyway, Leo, I've been trying to do the oracle card readings, and for whatever reason, YouTube is not allowing me to do them. But I'm going to keep trying. But if it doesn't work, I guess I'm going to have to do a whole separate video with just the oracle cards. So let's see, what is the advice and clarity for you? I don't know what this is pertaining to, but I literally heard from a song. I don't even remember what song it is. You're going to find what you're looking for. Oh, I know what it is. Wait, is it? Erasmus? What's the name of the song? I don't even remember. Find what I'm looking for. You're going to find what you're looking for. I don't know what that is. Or what it's pertaining to. You decipher it. You have joy and workaholic. So I think one card is about like authentic joy. And then the other card is about feeling burnt out. And this joy card is also understanding that, you know, joy sometimes doesn't always stay. But it's there to experience and to feel good with, much like sadness doesn't always stay. But it's there. The feelings that we have, the emotions that we have indicate what our body is trying to tell us, what our inner child is telling us, what our intuition is telling us. Well, more of like our inner child, right? Or our authentic selves is trying to say something. So if you're feeling a negative way, it's because it's not aligned with the route that you're going. It's like you took exit 10 instead of exit 11, but you could always get back on route. And for example, a negative feeling such as sadness or anger or anxiety is really just saying, hey, we took the wrong exit. We need to get back. That's all it's doing. When you feel the sense of joy, you're on the right path. Leo, I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.